Have you ever been to the dental office and then weeks later you get a bill from your dental office saying you owe them money and you think, wait a minute, I paid for everything. Or you thought, hey, I thought insurance was supposed to take care of that. If this happened to you, you need to keep listening. I will show you ways that you can prevent this from happening. My name is Sunny. I'm from Inverness Smiles, and I'm here to tell you all about insurance, dental insurance specifically. Here are 8 critical insights to prevent dental insurance surprises. 1. Do you know what your policy actually covers? Not all policies are universal, and every one of them is a little bit different, but you really need to know what yours specifically covers. Your policy will cover what types of procedures will be covered, what's not. It will also tell you what percentage will be covered by the insurance. You also need to familiarize yourself with certain terms like deductible, annual maximums, and things like that. 2. Do you know if your dentist is in-network or out-of-network with your dental policy? You may not be surprised by the fact that your dental insurance favors dentists who are in your network, but that doesn't mean that you're getting the best care possible. The difference generally between in-network and out-of-network is the contract that the dentist signs with the insurance company. Now, you may think, oh, I'm going to go ahead and choose an in-network dentist because that means I'm saving a lot of money. I wouldn't necessarily think that is the case every time. Generally, you tend to get better care with a lot of out-of-network dentists because with the contracts that these dentists sign, the insurance companies like to dictate what kind of care that you get. For example, they'll say, oh, we're going to cover amalgam filling, which is the silver fillings. We're not going to cover that composite tooth colored fillings. No. We're going to tell the patient that that's covered, but we're not going to actually pay for it. So you end up actually paying the difference between what the cost of the filling is and what the insurance didn't pay. So it's not always a good thing to go in network. However, I understand that financially it makes better sense for you. 3, do you know what your annual maximum is? Your policy has an annual dollar amount that your policy will pay out to. And after that amount has been reached, everything will be out of pocket for you. We generally see at our office annual maximum somewhere between $750 to about $3,000. There are a few policies out there that have unlimited maximum, but they are far and few in between. 4, are you taking advantage of the preventative care that you are already paying for? Most dental policies offer 2 free cleanings per year. I say free with an asterisk because it's most policies, not all. Some policies cover less than 100%. Other policies cover less than 100% on certain procedures, even though it is preventative. But you should definitely check your policy to see what is covered, and you should definitely take advantage of them because early detection of cavities is essential in keeping your costs down. If you have a cavity and you let it go, then the decay becomes bigger. And at some point, your decay will have advanced so greatly that you don't have enough tooth structure to be able to do anything. So definitely take advantage of the 2 cleanings per year that your policy probably covers at 100%. 5 is pre-authorization. For a lot of procedures that are above a certain dollar amount, it depends on the insurance companies, but some are $200, some are $300. They require what's called a pre-authorization before they are willing to even entertain paying for a certain procedure. For example, let's say your tooth is hurting, you come in for an exam and the doctor says, oh, you need a root canal and a crown. You're looking at thousands of dollars, and oftentimes the insurance companies will not pay for these if you don't have a pre-authorization. And so you should be aware that if a dental office says we need to do a pre-authorization, it is in your best interest so that you don't get a surprise bill later on. We have at our office experienced some folks who had opted to not get these pre-authorizations done, and then their insurance companies refused to pay even though they needed the procedure. So they ended up shouldering the entire financial burden themselves. So educate yourself on this and make sure that this doesn't happen to you. 6, out-of-pocket costs. When you go to your dental office and the dentist diagnoses something that you need done, you should always be getting a treatment plan that outlines how much your out-of-pocket cost is going to be. If they don't give it to you, you should definitely ask for that. Now keep in mind, whatever they tell you is going to be your out-of-pocket cost is only an estimate. It is not set in stone. It ultimately depends on what your insurance company decides to pay for. 7, exclusions and limitations. Be familiar with what your policy does and doesn't cover, but you also should be aware that your dental insurance company dictates how many times you can get a certain procedure per year or during a coverage period. And that usually means for a full mouth x-rays, it generally ranges from once every 2-3 years to once every 10 years. It really runs the gamut depending on your dental insurance. And every time you switch dental offices, you need to provide them with full mouth x-ray records. So this is something to definitely know, and whether you will have to pay out of pocket or not. And finally, coordination of benefits. Most dental offices will process claims for you if you have multiple insurance policies, but you should also be aware of how those policies work in tandem with each other. You may think that, oh, I have 2 policies, they'll cover everything. Not so fast. They have this rule, which is called coordination of benefits. That means